Greetings, Kingdom community. I am your community manager, Sarah Kiwibird Walters, and I am here with Joe Hanley, who I've recently learned is also Jodobird.
That is me.
Fascinating.
I'm the Jodobird.
I didn't know there were other birds in the studio.
There are
You
more
learn
birds.
something new every day.
And then
Today
only
we're
a stupid one.
right. Oh no, you're not. We're previewing 5 Champions of Canaan, our new isometric ARPG launching on September 27th, live on Twitch today. This is one of our developers here, and I can't wait to show you all this action. We're going to be talking about Lineage, we're going to be talking about character creation, and these are 2 great things that sprung up from 5 Guardians of David, our first flagship game.
Yeah, it's a spin-off. We initially kind of started concepting it as kind of an expansion. We decided that we wanted to go all the way with this one and deliver its own unique and kind of solo package experience that we can then build off the new kind of 5 saga from.
I gotcha. I like that. Let's talk Lineage. But first, let's get the game started up.
Oh, sure.
Here, what we're gonna do here is
You can have this.
it's mine now. Boop, boop, boop. What's that? There we go. Now we need. There we go. Okay, y'all, we're ready now. This is 5 Champions of Canaan. This is the character creation screen. We are now going to give the mouse back to the nice man over here.
Do I have to play it backwards again?
No, you don't have to play it backwards this time. Last time I tortured this developer with actually a few different methods. I think I took his chair away. I took his chair away.
Took my chair away.
But we were trying to do it for the greater good.
It was. Enjoy those keys.
Enjoy those keys, y'all.
I suffer for it.
You did. I'm sorry.
So, I think I'm
Alright.
gonna start making a new character real quick.
All right, let's make a new character. All right, now lineage selection is right up there, and you can
Yeah.
see. You can select your gender. You can select everything else. But your lineage changes based on the top lineage selection there, obviously.
Yep, so I think I'm gonna go with the shaman lineage this time.
Ooh, do you know why I love Shama?
Why?
Bees!
Bees?
Bees.
Not the bees.
Serious, the
The
bees.
bees.
The bees. Straight up from like Oprah. Have you seen that gif?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bees.
Bees! Everyone
Everyone
gets
gets
bees. That's basically Shama. So I'm really hoping that through Lineage we can recreate that bee situation.
Alright, this is gonna be our,
I like that. You know, he has a bald head, doesn't he?
he does have a bald head.
Did you know some games just don't offer that as an option?
That's weird. I think so.
You would think that that would be like the first, like, here you go, guys. I
Yeah,
got this.
Exactly.
This is for you.
I mean, more power to the bald.
Yeah.
You know, and then we got the beards too and everything.
It's a good style, y'all. It's very classy.
Let's go with Mr.
I like that. And now this is stat allocation. It's part of character creation. You definitely want to adjust based on the lineage that you choose.
Go high as a zeal.
And now what does zeal mean? Because that's not a...
Yeah, so we can have all our statistic tooltips right here. So I'll just do that.
Sweet. Measure of dexterity and cunning. Gotcha. I figured that would probably be dexterity.
Yeah, so higher damage dealt, increase of chance of evasion, which you'll need Sham as a trap character.
I'm pulling up chat right now because we need to check something very special. If we reach 25 followers, we are going to be giving away an early access key.
No
That's
torture
right.
involved in it.
There's no
Just
torture
free.
involved. It's
Wow.
just free. It's just if we reach 25
Just
concurrent viewers on Twitch, we are going to give away something very nice for you. Let me make sure my sound is off before I open this because I have had bad experiences in the past when I tried to open chat for Kingdom Games. I got an ad. I think it was for Whataburger. No, it wasn't for Whataburger. No, I just ate Whataburger that day.
yeah. Must have been Wednesday.
Yeah, Whataburger. No! I turned off the sound. Twitch, I don't like that. I don't appreciate that. That's highly interruptive.
Shy was talking and everything.
I know.
So those of you that aren't familiar, Hushai is basically our spy master and point of contact for your player on the
Oh,
campaign.
man, cool guy.
Yep, he will be the one directing you toward the arenas and your overall objectives.
I like the arenas. I like this guy already.
Yeah.
I also like the thing he's standing on. Is that a mosaic?
That is a mosaic. It's a mosaic of the whole map of Canaan and the whole area.
I was wondering about that. It's a really beautiful mosaic, actually.
Yeah, it arose from, I think, early development talks where we were trying to figure out how we wanted to display level selection and what kind of format. Like, that map is essentially acts as our hub world. So there was some initial talk about maybe making a map table like we did in Guardians, where you kind of surround a table and you see like little chess pieces almost. And we eventually decided to go the route that we went now, which is not too far different. But the mosaic is a representation of that kind of map that you're selecting on.
Super awesome.
Alright, so I'm gonna hop into the arena.
Oh, hey, we have DJ Tech live in chat right now. This is this guy I was telling you. Super cool dude. I'm gonna be seeing him at TwitchCon.
Nice.
Fist bump at the screen. I hope you fist bumped back.
I don't get to go to many songs.
Oh man. Well, we're gonna be having actually a meetup after Austin Game Developers Conference.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you should come.
I should.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't get to go because the price for badges is pretty
Yeah,
substantial.
You gotta kind of get those things early.
Yeah, you definitely do. They've got early pricing, but I just came in the company like very recently, like
Yeah, this is
under a month. We're talking here. Oh yeah, DJ Tech is like hype, and I'm like, yes. Oh man, I need to stop using like. That's one of those things. Annoying things.
That's okay. Like if you want to stop her to say like.
It's an expressive word. I like how there's crowds cheering in the background. How's the noise, y'all? Because what we had happen last time was there was too much noise and you couldn't actually hear us very well. The game was being a little bit too enthusiastic about its own audio. That's okay though, because we fixed it. I believe. Audio really quiet. Are you talking about our voices or are you talking about our...
I can't do that.
Is it back now? I'm a little concerned.
If that's blinking, it's muted. If it's not blinking.
Oh, okay. Gosh, I'm sorry. I muted it on accident.
And we're back.
And we're back. Sorry about that, y'all. There's a button that doesn't really have an on or off indicator. It just has a light. And, that kind of confused me a little bit. I thought that it meant that it was muted. It's not. It's not now. But we tested that button. Secretly, I'm part of QA. Or I aspire. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. That's all Chelsea.
Yeah.
Go Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea does a bang of job in QA.
Oh, she does. She's so cool.
Yeah, she's really taking the reins and saved our lives really with these bugs.
I think she may be going to this Unity workshop with me on Saturday. Yeah, they're doing a Women in Gaming Unity workshop. Yeah, I think it's down at UT.
Who else is going to be showing up?
Oh man, it looks like Elizabeth from Certain Affinity will be going.
Cool.
And it's looking like Kyren will be going. She's a Trove enthusiast, if I remember correctly, and if she hasn't changed her mind at this point or any point in the past. But I do believe she is still a Trove enthusiast. I met her through Trove. I used to work on that one. Actually, I worked on the streamer program.
I can't do that.
Yeah, I was behind the whole Roboraptor thing. People would come.
Roboraptor.
Roboraptor. That was
Must hear more about this Roboraptor.
You know, it was this idea that we would give a unique item to streamers to give away. And it just blew up and it became really popular, and it was really fun working with all you streamers and getting you hooked up with codes. I hope to do something very similar at this company as well.
Nice. I am all in favor of robotic dinosaurs.
Now, my idea for a unique giveaway would be a code that allows you to dance through the game completely. Like,
I would
only
very
dance.
much like to see that.
I would really like to see that as well. I volunteered to like give you guys some dance moves.
Let's stop on our push release.
Yeah, this is not for launch. This is for in my dreams in the future.
Well, Ranger modes would be a nice thing to expand into, really.
Oh, that would be cool.
We don't support multiplayer as of yet.
But in the future.
If that does happen,
Tilting the mic from the other directions, the button should be on the bottom. Hey, Twitch Texas Live. Thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate it. Super cool, y'all. Let's see who we've got in chat. We have Twitch Texas. We have Justifiable. We have somebody from Defiance. Actually, we have two people that I met through Defiance. One is Jojo PTV, who will be going to our after meetup at the Austin Game Developers Conference, or I believe he will be.
that party sounds like it's getting better all the time.
I know, right? It's gonna be so cool. I actually reached out to my old HR director and I was like, "Do you know of any good places? Because I trust her."
Yeah, sounds like a good time.
Oh yeah, she suggested the Market or PF Chang's, or there's this jazz bar that's down there. So those are our choices so far, y'all. Where do you want to meet up? Let us know, because we're gonna be hanging out and it's gonna be real cool. Let's see who else we have in here. Jusuf, hi. DJ Tech, hi. Super great, y'all. All right, let's go back to chat.
So close to bees.
There we go. How is that? How's the sound now, y'all? We want to make sure that this sound is adequate for y'all.
I can't do that.
I can't do that.
Yeah, that's a typical kind of bark, as we call them, audio bark. Like when we run out of stamina in action RPGs, those who played are familiar with Diablo,
Oh.
used to hearing that. We're probably going to scale back a cooldown on hearing that so much. I think we've already gotten some feedback.
Oh, our sound is looking good. Very nice. We've leveled up.
Now you all can hear me.
Obviously, room is not optimal for sound. Yes, sir. We are in a conference room, which makes it not so great for sound. But what I'm going to be doing is adding some, what is it? Soundproofing, I was thinking.
Soundproofing?
Yeah, it's really
Soundproofing
cheap.
foam.
Yeah, I learned how to find that on the internet. Thanks, Google.
I have a bunch at home too.
You do?
Yeah, I was gonna set up a streaming setup actually.
I mean, if you want to help, like, get this set up. Oh, look at that guy. He has bright blue eyes. That's not a good sign.
Nope.
Nope. Glowing eyes, generally, bad juju.
Especially if you're from Shinra.
I can't do that.
You can hear well. I'm happy to hear that, Juicy. Thanks for your support, y'all. I really appreciate it.
I can't do that.
Oh! And now what we're waiting for here is eventually bees. And while he's talking about this, let me tell you a little bit more about 5 Guardians of David, where Lineage sprouted and kind of got its name, kind of came from this game. I'm going to talk about Abishai. His color is blue. He is the son of, you're going to have to forgive my pronunciation in advance, because there are a lot of words that I have only read and have never had spoken to me. And if they've been spoken to me,
it's okay.
Yeah.
Throughout the
It's
development
not
of
likely.
Guardians, throughout the development of Guardians, I think one of the things us designers like to do to our old lead was mispronounce everything intentionally. Because he was in charge of researching that. So sometimes we just actively refer to Eleazar as
Eleazar.
Yeah. And of course Joshua Beam.
He's one of my favorites. Joshua Beam.
I can't do that.
Joshua Beam.
And now, first we're going to talk. Oh, sorry about that. I kind of interrupted.
It's okay.
Here, Abishai. Let's talk about Abishai. He's charismatic, strategically minded. He's the captain and the leader. He's the first one you're going to see if you go to 5guardiansofdavid.com.
Yep.
His weapon of choice is the bow. Good on you, bro. His favorite attack is the fire shot. It does continuous damage to the enemy, one shoot, and it shoots one and attacks the other. That's pretty cool. So it's kind of like the shot bounces off and attacks the nearest enemy.
Nice ricochet shot.
Let's see. He has a blue scorpion lineage emblem, which is really pretty awesome. That's the one that really stood out to me when I was looking at character creation initially, because scorpions are freaking cool. Like, who doesn't? Well, no, there's plenty of people out there who do not like scorpions.
I gave him one. I'm good.
Beautiful shadow details from the crowd, by the way. Hey, thanks, Twitch Texas Live. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Good
That
on
was
ya.
one of the things we're really happy about getting into. And that was one of the benefits of the smaller scope of the game, as opposed to, say, 5 Guardians of David, where we had these large, expansive levels that you can explore and run around in. We had to cut back on the shadow quality because of so much rendering going on.
Oh yeah, you gotta optimize things for sure.
But this nice, more tighter focus
Really.
theme that we're working on now.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. Actually,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
I was
really
just
nice.
noticing that right now. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so that's all real time.
Oh, that.
being rendered. So you give myself something really quickly.
Yeah, no, the motion that you captured there, it's really natural.
So
I like that.
yeah, this is the work of our great environmental artist Travis.
Oh, I know Travis. I bother him.
And the direction of Stephen Danielle, our art director.
Oh, he's
We're
good.
gonna
I
do
bother
that.
him as well. That's what my job is, though. I just kind of bother people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay though. That's why we hired him.
Yeah, you asked for this.
I really like their decision. We have that statue here of the bull is
I like
actually
that.
the Ammonite god of fire.
Moloch. Yeah, I've heard about that. Actually, I've done a bit of reading on him.
Yeah.
So the statue is well above them. That's
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so you can't see the statue, but you get hints of the environment surrounding the arena,
Right,
which
but
is
there's
really
a world
cool.
bigger than you see. And sometimes you can see it in the intro when you first get into the arena. There's a little walking animation. I think we cycle through a couple of those. There you go. And then there's another one actually.
It's funny. I was just thinking, man, I wish there were more enemy intros, and you just gave me one earlier, and it was
Yeah.
beautiful, and I loved it. I am a very satisfied customer. I mean, employee.
Yep. We managed to give our animator Scott Loving some more power this time around to get some good cinematics in.
I've been creeping on him work a lot. He is brilliant.
Yeah, he's a very experienced, been in the trade a long time. Yeah, we as anybody who's familiar with Guardians of David knows that our cinematics were largely limited to top-down camera angles, kind of similar to what you would normally experience in an action RPG. We found some great tool sets to expand Unity.
Peppermint02 says, greetings, Kappa. Sup, dudes and dudettes. Not much, y'all. We're here with 5 champions of Canaan. I'm here with Jodobird, and I'm Kiwibird. So we're doing the bird stream right now until Brian Lucas comes in and talks about itemization.
That's it's gonna be a good job.
That is a good talk, because it's always good to talk about loot when it comes to ARPGs, because what matters more?
Exactly.
I mean, gameplay, of course, but loot, definitely a priority.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So we were talking about Lineage, weren't we?
We were talking about Lineage. Yes, let me get back to Lineage. I apologize. I am trying to get chat immersed
Oh,
as
no
well.
problem at all. I'm excited to hear all our new people. Anyway, before we go back to it, I think it's funny that call it.
Okay.
What was it you just called us? The bird?
Bird stream.
Bird stream, yeah.
I think we should have the bird stream be a thing.
Yeah, actually, one of the things I was working on before I joined Canaan was going to be something called the Birdcast.
I want to join. That's my jam.
It's going to be a podcast of pop culture.
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be really fun. And my friend was trying to get me to do a women in gaming podcast with her.
That would
Still
be
need
really
to do that with her. She's really cool. She's the
She
best.
sounds cool.
Caitlin, that one's for you. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of comedy stuff, so I'm just
That's okay.
weird now. Twitch Texas Live is actually a game developer, and they really appreciate the level of detail that we put in. It really increases immersion.
Thank you. I agree.
It
You know,
really does.
We have these tight arenas again, as opposed to Five Guardians of David, where they were more expansive levels.
Mm-hmm.
Early in production, when we were talking about the direction we wanted to go with this, there was actually some rumors about maybe that we would eventually do something about, like, you're fighting in an arena, and then the door wall would open up, and then you move through a city, essentially. We moved into a different direction shortly after that. This was really early.
Don't let me name it. I'll call it Battle City.
Awesome. Thank you. So, I have the beat.
Level up.
Yeah. So
Oh,
we,
yeah.
even though we have a smaller focus, we still try to get the most detail. Like we're still telling a story. There are story events that you can unlock and play.
Ooh.
And I've just passed round 3, so I've unlocked the first one. But we showed that off last time. So yeah, there are stories, and we try to tell this. We're trying to expand the universe of Five Guardians of David in any way we can, and try to create this feeling of a greater universe.
That increases immersion, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Let's see, how's it going in chat, y'all? Peppermint, how you doing? Alright, let's see what else we've got going on here. Let's talk about Joshua Beam. Orange, son of Zabdiel. Selfless, jovial, a prankster. His weapon of choice is a spear. He has a spear flurry, which is nothing like a mech flurry or a seigneur flurry. I learned that from 30 Rock. It does a lot of damage very quickly. That's what happens when you start stabbing spears at people repeatedly. Generally speaking. I don't know from experience in real life, but I know from games that generally that motion, bad news bears for your enemies.
It's pretty fun.
It is?
It's all
Yeah.
fun.
He led 3 of the mighty men when they fought their way through the well of Bethlehem to retrieve water for David, because David was thirsty.
So yeah, they a lot of our Five Guardians of David were
And he's
all
melee, right?
essentially.
He's melee, right?
It's a name?
He's melee, right?
Melee?
Melee.
Melee, yeah.
Melee. Melee.
There we go.
See, there's my pronunciation issue again. Who knows what I'm saying?
Maybe it's just, French.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm not French. I'm just weird.
That's okay.
We early QA pegged Josh Beam as the most powerful melee fighter at higher levels, but you know what? That's up for you to decide. You're the gamer.
He is a fan.
I mean, we are gamers here. We also
Yeah.
have Benaya, who's a fun name. I accidentally, I misread his name initially, and I thought it was Benihana, and I got really excited because I love that restaurant. Delicious.
Well,
He's
that's
a,
what he does after the events of Five
That's
Guardians
right.
of
Benaya goes to Benihana. Has a wonderful dinner. Valiant warrior from Kavzil. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. Who protects the king and dispenses justice.
David.
He uses the two-handed weapon. He just prefers two-handed weapons. He gets more force in his. He has punishing heavy blows. And fun fact, he wears a lion. He is wearing. He does wear a
Do
lion.
you know where that's from?
Uh,
Why he
the
does?
Beast of David's Nightmares.
Yeah. So, those of you familiar with the story of David and maybe even Benaiah might realize that killing a lion is something that came up a couple of times.
Mhm.
So it was repeated.
Mhm.
There's a story of David doing it in a cave one day after his sheep had attacked.
Oh
But
yeah.
also Benaiah, and one day it said on a snowy day, entered
Oh,
a cave
yeah.
and slayed a lion. And we actually depict that very instance in the second level of Guardians.
You do. I know. It's really cool. See, I was watching this guy Insipid Comments. We have shows with him on Mondays at noon. We have shows on him on Monday at noon or 11. Nope. Yeah, it's noon CDT.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Noon Central.
You should just tune in all Monday.
Oh yeah, get in on Monday. Every time Mondays are great. We usually have a live stream hosted from our own personal channel. It's gonna be covering art. We go through with Stephen Daniele, who is super great. He has something to do with Magic Gathering, but I haven't Googled it yet. Yeah. I was a really big Magic Gathering fan, so I'm gonna talk about that, of course.
That's no problem.
Nah. I just think that's super cool. He does really good art. I was on live stream with him last year. Not last year. Yesterday. I mean, last Monday. Time. Interesting fact about Benaiah, he has rubies replacing the eyes of his lion cape. Kind of terrifying. I guess very regal, though.
That is very reasonable.
Yeah, very regal. Like, you don't get eyeballs, lion. You get rubies instead. We're gonna go play Bejeweled. Just kidding.
Which is he does when he's not running his restaurant. after
Exactly.
he's
We've got backgrounds on what these guys do after they go and be in your game. I'm
Maybe
sorry.
they'll even be in Canaan?
Oh yeah, that's super cool. Hey
You can
there, Brian Lucas, director of gameplay
Where do you want me?
design.
Yeah.
I want you to be right here.
I can't sit on the table though.
You don't have to sit on the table. That's okay. I mean, ideally he would, but I just asked for too much. I'm sorry. Also, I don't know how sturdy this thing is. I haven't tested it. First rule of community management: don't put your devs in danger. Immediate danger.
Except for me.
Except for you. You were not in immediate danger. Just in
I don't
like
know.
mild danger.
I don't know.
Carpal tunnel.
How we doing, everybody?
So we're about to talk about Shama,
Sure.
son of Agi. I hope that's how you say that. It's not.
I mean, everybody says that they're on the way. We'll give you a pass this time.
Okay. You're gonna have to give
It's
me a lot
hard
of
to.
passes.
It's really hard to pronounce some of these.
Now, fun thing about Shama, he has a bow in the class art that we have for him. It's not
Mhm.
actually class art because we go through lineage instead of class. It's a very similar concept, but different. It's unique to 5 Saga. But the fun thing about Shama is bees. That's my favorite attack.
Yeah.
Nothing delights me more in this world than the fact that I can summon bees in a video game to do my bidding.
Speaking of, Mr. Cage over here is about to be able to summon the bees.
Oh my goodness. I'm so ready for that. You don't know how long I've been waiting for bees today.
So for those of you that aren't familiar with the
There you
game
go.
so far, our ability
Ah!
weapon type, and there we go. Good, they're all lined up. Are you ready for some bee action?
Are you ready for some bees, chat? Let me know.
30,000 likes and I hit the blue button.
30,000 likes.
Or I'm just doing. Bees!
Bees! Look at the bees! It's Oprah! Oh, I love
I had a feeling
Oprah.
that was on its way out.
Oh, yeah. I can't not invoke Oprah on this. I just talked about bees. Support bees, y'all. I support bees. You support bees. We should all support bees. Look at all those bees! Oh, man.
So, it's a little known fact, but one of the things I was really pushing for was a mini game where you're Shama, or his lineage of Shama, and you are actually going to capture all these bees.
You're gonna capture the bees?
I think
Beekeeper
Mibar's-
Shama?
I think Mibar's gonna
Mini
catch you
game?
instead.
I would love this game, like seriously.
So you just keep going, infinite game, you know, it just gets harder and harder with just passing around, just like the main
I
one.
can't hold all these bees! Oh man, that sounds like a lot of fun. Next up, Eleazar, or Eleazar.
Eleazar?
Didn't he freeze his hand?
How about Eleazar?
Eleazar.
Eleazar.
Eleazar?
Okay.
Eleazar?
We'll give you another pass.
Eleazar. I'm saying Eleazar because that's kind of like
It's
the
an-
funny name that
it's
I
an
remember
internal
him by.
joke, yeah.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
So intense during battle that he has fought beyond the limits of his flesh. Now, if I remember correctly, this is the dude who was battling a bunch of dudes and just his sword froze to his hand.
Yeah. So, as we like to say, and as he's described, Eleazar is our mighty man.
Mighty man.
Yeah, he's a
Mhm.
mighty man who has probably the best voice acting in the game. Not quality wise.
I see where you're going with that. I'm like,
He's
one
just
of the mighty
delightful.
men, but yeah, the voice acting is superb.
It's wonderful.
It's
The guys who
delightful.
provided it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hello, I am Eleazar.
He-
I am a mighty man.
Joe did it all kinds of justice, by the way.
Oh yeah.
If you
Sounds
haven't played
exactly
Guardians,
like that.
then you want to dodge out of that.
I apparently
Guess
did
not.
Let me eat some bread.
In development,
It's
baby.
red! Run away! What was that? What did you summon there?
That's called in development.
Oh, okay. We're in alpha, y'all. We're still in development. This game releases on September 27th, but early access starts for press starts on September 22nd and September 23rd. Depends on how enthusiastic you are.
It sounds like we have another mighty man.
Another mighty man.
And
Excellent.
you can have mighty women in this too.
Oh, you can have mighty women in
Interesting
this
thing to
too.
note there.
That appeals to me as a woman. His special weapon is the sword and shield. He has brutal melee beatdowns. Alright, so in 5 Guardians of David, they have a comic that's attached. It's in the game. I'm going to spoil a little bit for you, but this guy right here... No, Eleazar, doesn't he do like the head smashy thing?
Oh, yeah, that's
He
how we
had-
first
Story
introduced the
moment.
character.
We
Yeah, that's how he's
introduced him
introduced.
by he comes in and he's like, I'm gonna smash these guys. He Hulk smashes,
Yeah,
and he's just in there. And he's like, "What's up, David? I'm here to help."
Another early spoiler for 5 Guardians of David.
I'm
in,
sorry.
Early no, it's okay. I'm about to give another earlier spoiler.
Okay, y'all,
When we
spoilers.
first introduced to the character of Jodobird, it is Eleazar who frees him from his cage, and he does it with a mighty pull.
Really?
And just pulls that gate wide open, right in the cinematic of it. It's right after the lock-in event.
I hope it
First-
flies off like into the distance.
Oh, we should have put a ragdoll on that. That was a.
Oh,
That
that'd be
would've been fun.
hilarious.
That would have been fun.
I want it to go off into the sun like Team Rocket from Pokemon. All right, but there's somebody else that you may not know from 5 Guardians of David. This is a bonus round. This is Ariella. She specializes in dagger, stealth, and distraction, and she leads David through the catacombs while evading guards. Because Saul, or King Saul, right? He got weird. Things happened. He's not the same. We're not on speaking terms anymore.
He was a
But
pretty
find
cool
out
guy at
more.
some point, yeah.
In 5 Guardians of David.
He certainly lost favor with God and became more about himself and less about his people.
Oh, we just had something happen in chat, and it's hilarious.
Uh-oh.
Justifiable 187 says, "It's the bee's knees." You're right. Delightful. Oh, but yeah. Well, hey, I'm gonna turn the phone over to you, Mister.
Phone?
No, it's fine. You can't.
Oh. Hope it's okay.
No, it's fine. I put a really strong case on this because I drop things a whole lot.
Things are sensitive these days.
They are. I really need an indestructible phone. But does T-Mobile still doing things?
I mean,
This starts with an N, Nikon or something?
I don't know.
It's the
Nikon's
brick
a camera
phones.
type.
I need one of those brick
Oh,
phones.
Nokia. You're thinking
Nokia. Yeah.
Oh, that's I have a Nokia.
Now those would
Yeah.
stop a bullet, and I believe in protecting
And still
yourself.
work.
Yeah. Right.
Like the Chuck Norris of telephones or cell phones.
Oh yeah. It's the Elazar of
I once
Elazar. It's
No.
the Elazar of phones.
I once dropped my Nokia
Or
on a
Josh.
friend's foot.
Oh no, are they okay?
I miss it.
Oh, alright. Well, we just brought up some tough memories for
What?
Jodobird over here. I also
Jodobird.
I'm not even
Jodobird.
sure how to feel about that statement.
Sorry,
I think I,
just-
want to just move on.
That's okay. We'll move on.
kidding.
I almost called him
It was a
Josh
joke.
Beam. But let's talk about itemization in 5 Champions of Canaan.
Sure. What would you like to hear first?
How does it change your gameplay?
Well, I don't know if anybody noticed earlier, but Joe was switching around some gear in his character sheet, and it did equip a two-handed hammer, which in Guardians was never a possibility. So since we're creating or allowing one character to be played at all times instead of 5, like in Guardians, you're allowed to wear any piece of equipment in the game.
Oh.
We've changed up the way the enhancements are applied to some of these to kind of create some differences between, say, leather armor, heavy armor, rather than just limiting to what your character is and what they can equip. So, for example, Benaiah and Eleazar were only allowed to wear leather and plate; they could never wear cloth. Joshua Beam was allowed to wear leather and cloth, along with, I believe, Abishai and Shama. But in this game, you're basically allowed to wear anything.
Whoa.
And
Cool.
The statting was changed up in a way to allow for that to be appropriate balance wise.
Yeah, you definitely have to
Um,
balance things when you're.
Furthermore, there's not any specific abilities that are assigned to the character or the lineage. The abilities are now assigned to the weapon that you're equipped. And as you can see, Joe has been unlocking ability. I don't know if that toolbar is in the way, but it might be.
They can see it.
Okay.
We're seeing the taskbar.
Yeah, we're seeing a taskbar.
Yeah.
So as you're seeing the abilities unlocking, it actually looks like you should go full screen, but like the bottom portion of the UI is cut off. But
Oh, just for us, they can see it.
okay,
Yeah, it's still 1080.
fair enough. So
Yay,
the
do a flip. You did it.
each weapon has 6 abilities assigned to them, and the
Oh,
first time
okay.
that you equip an ability, the first time you equip a weapon, not all of the abilities are going to be unlocked. They're not all available, and the more you use it, the more adept you become at that weapon, and therefore the abilities start to become learned over time.
Okay.
I think there's 9 total weapons that have different abilities, and you can swap between. Say you start with a one-handed sword, and
Right,
10
that
levels later you get another one-handed sword that's way better, and you want to equip that. Swapping between those 2 weapons will not change or will not require you to have to unlock those abilities again. They're already unlocked. It's more of a proficiency with the weapon type, less with the specific weapon.
We had something really similar in Defiance. We had weapon skill. So, say if you were using, they would hate this, but if you were using a BMG, they don't like this. I know this as the previous community manager. But as you use that weapon, your skill levels up, and you become more adept at it. And I believe you can unlock certain stats as well.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's another way to increase your ego. But this
Sure,
does
sure.
does it increase any sort of like stat? Like, does it give you an accomplishment for doing all of them?
Actually, no, we don't have all those as like achievements or anything like that, but that is a good idea.
Oh, bring the ideas.
So, another thing that we're looking to expand upon the item system is a way to find very unique weapons in the game that have very specific abilities assigned to them. So these are called exalted weapons, and these are not going to make it to launch, but say you have this spear right here that Joe's currently equipped with, and then you
That
find
one.
an exalted spear.
Spinny sphere.
what are you doing?
He's spinning to win.
Nobody can see anything. Say you find an exalted spear from a boss that. Whoa.
Shackles.
That's. Hey, look,
Design
Joe, a
is a
bug. So
Inventory is full.
No.
I lost where I was. I literally lost where I was.
I am so sorry.
Um,
You were talking about exalted weapons and how they will not make it to launch, but we're
Yes.
continuing development beyond
So
launch.
the idea behind exalted weapons is they are imbued with power. They are imbued with different capabilities, and so the abilities assigned to Spear A that you start with and can change out throughout the game versus Spear B, the exalted spear. Those abilities from the first set of spears are going to be one thing, but then the second, the exalted spear is going to have a different build. Basically, you're going to play the same spear with the same type of I want to say distance between you and the enemies, if you will, but your abilities will be different. It'll allow for different character creations or builds. It'll allow you to
Did I
use
see a
your
lamp?
equipment in different ways to have a different strategy in the arena. So if you get stuck in certain rounds fighting certain enemies, you could potentially find an exalted weapon that will make that a little easier, or a little more achievable.
What do you do with livestock?
You donate them.
Oh, you donate livestock.
Yes.
Very non-profit.
And of
you.
course, there are also consumables you could use in the arena, which spawns a bunch of lambs, and they just
That is
What?
not true.
Oh, that would be
Joe is-
delightful.
Joe is false.
Here, I'm putting that down. Spawn
yeah, we're making a
No.
feature list for
farm
future
animals.
releases.
That's
so
fine.
We've got a code to play as dancing the entire time.
Well, we've got to add some extra features to your Capture the Bee game.
I'm worried about you guys.
See, this was initially like the bird stream before you came in.
This
We
is
decided
oh
that.
man. Oh,
Yeah.
so I imagine there was feature creep galore.
Oh yeah, we were like, man, we should just
Fair enough.
make a bird game. That'll be fun.
Announce it on Twitter.
Yeah.
You got there. What was the? Oh, never mind.
Let's see.
I saw some artifact on the ground that looked like it was uniquely named.
He's in round
Oh,
6
look at
right
that.
now.
So you've made it to round 6 without dying.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's because his mouse isn't backwards this time.
Yeah, they made
And
me play
he-
it backwards.
I took away his chair. I
Oh.
almost turned this around. I was not easy on him.
That's fair.
Yeah, they're not easy on you.
It's true. It's true.
So what else would you like to talk about?
Let's see. Well, we're actually getting close to the end of the stream here. We've actually only got 1 more minute left. So, let's. Anything else? Do you want to do one more? Activate some more bees for me, and we're gonna close it out with bees.
One thing that people may be curious about and would like to know more about is at creation. What's the difference between the lineage choices? So each lineage has a set of passive. I don't want to call them abilities, but traits. They are creation traits, if you will. So Abishai has always been proficient with the bow. And so they have 3 starting traits when you create a character down the Abishai lineage that will lend a little more towards that play style. And at creation, those 3 traits will have a pretty significant impact on how your character will play going forward. I'm not going to call out any specifics because people can just kind of figure that out. They're very well described at creation. You'll be able to. Having a hard time there, Joe?
It's okay, Joe. You can do it.
Be able to make
Go,
informed decisions at creation on what type of character you would like to play, just based on things like the equipment that's provided at start and the which equipment choices that are provided at start, and then the passive traits that are also along with each lineage. So there's some very specific things that are aligned with each lineage, and you can figure all that out during creation. Have you guys talked at all about
Lineage?
assigning points per level up, things like that.
You know, we haven't.
There's a lot more customization options in Champions of Canaan versus Guardians. Guardians was very predetermined.
Have some points actually.
Yeah, you're able to assign attribute points to any of the 3 attributes the base attributes in the game. It's kind of a min-maxer thing. I don't know if everybody's familiar with that concept,
yeah.
but you know, a lot of people like to have more control over their characters, and so we started down that path in this release. We will be looking to more ways of doing that in the future.
Did you throw a jar at you? Oh, that was you.
That was his ill-advised throw.
The bees are gone now, Joe.
What could
Thanks.
go
Oh, there we
wrong?
go.
Close that UI. Oh my god, how do you play that way?
What are you doing, Jodobird?
If I could
Jodo beam.
If I could multitask, defeating opponents in the arena with bees, I can do it with me.
You're doing pretty good.
I should be calling him Joe Maya here because we're playing Shama here.
Jump.
Yeah. Oh man.
Alright.
Alright, so we're gonna close this out, y'all. I hope you enjoyed all the bees and all the 5 champions of Canaan and the next step in the 5 saga. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and right here on Twitch. We are Kingdom Games ATX. That's in Austin, Texas. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And oh man, I'm gonna have to stop you, Joe, because you're gonna have to go to OBS and turn this off.
Hashtag bees.
Much love from the Kingdom community, y'all.